Let's do it.
Okay, hey guys, I'm super pumped. So this is our Ruby and Above Zoom tonight, and some of you guys may have gotten a special invite to attend. If you guys didn't already see, my friend Kim Chipak is on here, and she is a brand spanking new ambassador. And this is the first time I'm getting to really talk to you since you've gone ambassador, besides a few text messages. So much fun. Okay, I'm excited for you guys to hear from her. I told her we wouldn't keep her for a really long time, but I was just gonna have her share some different parts of her story and her journey to ambassador. I know there are a few of you guys that know Kim that have the privilege of knowing her, but a lot of you guys have never heard her story before. So I'm really pumped for that. So Kim, why don't you just kind of share your journey? I know it's kind of hard to sum up, but tell us a little bit about how you got started and all that good stuff.
For sure. Well, first of all, my apologies if you hear like a screaming man in the background because he's playing Call of Duty and we live in a studio apartment. So it just is what it is. But thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited. So my name's Kim. I'm just turned 28. I live in New Jersey. I started this business when I was about to graduate college, and I didn't really have a specific career path, like a passion of one direction or another in terms of career. And so I was really dreading going into the real world, honestly, because I actually this is a true story. I even failed one of my math classes because I wanted to go to school for an extra semester. I didn't even like school, but I'd rather go to school for an extra semester instead of having to apply for jobs. And that's when this beautiful business landed in my lap on Instagram, and I just dove all in because I knew that I don't know. I always knew that I was made to work for myself and to own a business, but I didn't know like how to do it or where to start. And I didn't know anything about network marketing. So as soon as I hopped in and I started hearing success story after success story, it was a no-brainer for me that this was home, like right from the beginning. And so I ran with it. And after a few months I think after 4 months, I went diamond. And, once I saw that comment in my paycheck, I knew it was real money. And I was like, this is awesome. And I just kept going. And here we are 5.5 years later, five and a half years later, just hit ambassador last month. And you guys, there's a lot in between that. It is never just like, oh, and here we are 5 years later, ambassador. Like, it doesn't happen like that. And so there's a lot of parts of my journey that were hard. There were a lot of people that quit. There were a lot of heartbreaks and friendships like that were lost. Like, there's just a lot of life that has happened in the past 5.5 years. And, even with my upline deciding to, take her team to another company and things like that. And I still stuck around because I just saw the heart of the company and the relationships I had with my sidelines, including Alyssa and so many other leaders, in this business. And that's what really kept me grounded. So I really encourage you guys that now, even if you feel like you're on an island, you guys also, here's another thing. You guys all know Ashley Sinclair. Ashley Sinclair and her entire team, like, they all lived in Texas. And I was the only one at the time that was like not in Texas. I live in New Jersey. So I'm all the way over here, and everybody else is always getting together and all these things. But I still just knew that I was home here, and I didn't want to let things like that stop me from doing things that I wanted to do in this business. So that mindset has gotten me to ambassador.
And now you get to come to Texas all the time when there's not COVID.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I love that. I feel like people hear ambassador, or they hear like it took us 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, whatever, and they just picture it like this, like just maybe slow or gradual, but just all the way up, 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 up. And you're like, no, it was more like a full-on roller coaster at times. Like, you don't just know you're going to make it, and that's why you stick around. You don't know. You just believe that you can do it, and you stick, and the loyalty pays off. So, okay, so let's just talk about like the last couple of months leading up to ambassador. Most of this group is Ruby to diamond, double diamond, but all obviously, most of them have the end goal of hitting ambassador. But even if they're pushing for emerald or diamond or double diamond, I mean, every promotion is the same. It's just kind of on steroids when you get to to president, ambassador, and those higher ranks. So just kind of talk to us about what that looked like and specifically touch on what happened in May.
Oh yeah, for sure, you guys. Oh boy. I haven't really even, this is the first time I'm actually telling the story of like what happened in the past 90 days, but so I don't know. I might get emotional. I don't know what's about to happen, but you guys, when you decide, when you decide that you have to go for a promotion or you want something, you know, that God put something on your heart, that there's something there, there's a burning passion for you to get from where you are now to where you want to be. You know, you cannot just sweep that under the rug. Like, stop pretending that it's not a desire of yours, you know, to go diamond or to go double diamond or whatever's on your heart right now, whatever you're looking to, that mountain that you're looking at. Don't pretend, like, don't look away from it. Don't be afraid of it. And I think that's one of the things that in every promotion season that I've been in, you know, I've just made the decision to look at the mountain and not be afraid of it, but rather to be like, game on. Like, you know, I know I have strength in me. I know that I have the resources and the tools, and I have all the same trainings that everybody else does. It's just a matter of like what you decide to do with it. Because who doesn't want to go diamond? I'm sure every person on here that's not already a diamond wants to go diamond. So the only difference between you and the person that already is a diamond is that they just decided to use their resources more often, probably, and more confidently. And so when I was looking at ambassador, you guys, I've been trying to go ambassador. I mean, I was boxed in for it over a year ago, and completely fell flat on my face. And then my business declined and I lost a lot of teammates and all these things happened. But that mountain was still there. And I didn't want to shy away from it and say that I was not worthy of that. I could not tell myself that. I could not put my head on a pillow just speaking down to myself, just because there's a mountain in front of me and my journey might look a little different. And so over the past 90 days, it was pretty crazy because I had to cast vision for ambassador or whatever promotion you're going for. You know, just hear me out. Any promotion you're going for, you have to cast vision and you have to be confident in it. So April came around, we went for it. We didn't get close at all. Actually, maybe I'll share some numbers so you guys can have some perspective. So in April, we ended the month at 150. So you need 250 to go ambassador. We ended at 156. So in April, we ended 100 grand less than we needed. So we felt like, boom, like face plant. That did not happen. Wow. Proud of it, of course. Yay. Strong presidential. Awesome. But that's not what my heart was set on, you guys. I was not satisfied with that. Had to get up May 1st and do it again and say, all right, like I have to full-blown no, backtrack. The week before April was over, I knew we weren't going. So I said, okay, I have an additional 10 days to May. Like there's not 30 days in May now. There's not 31 days. I have 41 days because I already knew it wasn't happening. So I treated April 20th or the 25th or whatever it was, like it was a part of May. And it's all perspective, you guys. You know what I mean? Like, why just fight till the end of the month when you could just tack that end of month onto the next month and be extra confident in it? So me, I never told I didn't tell my team that I was there, but I acted like we were already in May, like it was our promotion month. So that got our volume up a little bit higher. May 1st, I was like, this is it. We've arrived. It's ambassador month. I'm so excited. I had exercised my faith more than ever, you guys. Like I had signs right. I mean, I still have them right here that I'm looking at, like, you know, promise keeper, way maker, miracle worker, not backing down from giants. Like I knew I had a mountain to climb to go from 156 to 250. And I decided, and because I made that decision, you guys, and because I believed it wholeheartedly in my bones, I ate ambassador. I slept on ambassador pillows. I was breathing ambassador air for 31 days in May, right? Well, all the way until the last day of, I have my May numbers in front of me. So on the 25th, we woke up at 167. Not what I thought was going to happen, you guys. Not at all what I thought was going to happen. But even so, I still casted that vision like we were going, and I truly believed in my heart that we were going. I thought it was a promise that God gave me. I just heard it on April 20th, April 25th. I heard it. We were going ambassador. I was taking this team ambassador. And so no matter what that number said, I decided on the 24th of May, I said, I don't care what that number says tomorrow. I don't care what it says. It's still happening. And when I saw 167, I wanted to vom, but at the same time, I was so pumped to go after it. I said, Mountain, I'm like, you're mine. You're mine. I'm tackling you. I'm doing this. So we fought right up until the last second. You guys, I did not know that we were not going ambassador until midday on the 31st. Midday on the 31st, May 31st, we were still going. I was calling Ashley. We were getting game plans together. And on the morning of the 31st, we were at 206. And you guys, I still was not afraid. It was still made up. I was still going for 250. That's insane. But I still, like, in my heart of hearts, thought it was going. And we ended at 230. And we didn't stop working until the clock struck 1 a.m. because that's when the month is over here on the East Coast. So we went until 1 a.m. We got as close as we possibly could. And then I woke up the next morning and Cammie Pentecost called me and she was like, how you doing? And I lost it. I absolutely lost it. I was exhausted. I did not know what to do. I was embarrassed because I had already put that out there. I believed it. I was heartbroken, you guys. I was heartbroken. Not to say that that wasn't an insane accomplishment what we had done, but at the same time, it wasn't the promise that I thought was going to be fulfilled. So we ended at 2:30. And it only took me a couple hours, guys, because looking at that number, I had to face my team and go live on my team page and say, you guys, we might not have had people were like calling me like crazy. Everybody on the team, like, are you good? Like, I cannot believe this didn't happen. Like, what's going on? Because I went MIA for a couple hours. I just got, and I just decided to get back on the horse because honestly, it would have been such a slap in my team's face if I had said we failed, because we didn't. We all had made the decision together and we grew, I don't know, 70 grand or something in 7 days. So if I had not, all that to say, and then May and then June was great and it all fell together beautifully. But you guys, had I not made that decision and decided to work until 1 a.m., believing and eating, sleeping, breathing what I wanted in my heart and what my team wanted in their hearts, if I did not give it my all right until the last second, then we would not have gotten near, not even close to 230. So on June 25th, when we woke up, we were really, really stinking happy with the number that we saw. And it was because of all the hard work that we put in through end of month. And you know what, guys, that alone taught myself and my team what we were capable of and what limit we could go to, because none of us had worked like that before. And so now it's like, wow, okay, that was crazy. Look what we accomplished. Look at what we individually accomplished. And now we know that when we're being lazy, we're being really freaking lazy, and when we're pushing, we know we're not pushing hard enough. So now we all know our limits. And I believe that we can go even further than that. I think that was just something to show us what we were kind of made of. So I don't know. I encourage you guys that whatever promotion you guys are going for, you have got to decide now, July 9th, you've got to get off this Zoom. You have to decide what you're made of. You have to figure out what you're made of, because I guarantee a lot of you guys are only giving 17%, probably, maybe even less. And you're finding excuses here, there, and everywhere. But why not? Why not try and find out what you're made of, like what God has in you? Like, you have so much more than you think you do. but you're just blocking yourself. So I just encourage you to go all out this month, and with your business, and not even just in your business, but in your life. And I think you're going to be really surprised, because even though I wanted to take a week off in the beginning of June after pushing that hard, I was like, I don't need that long. I only need a couple of hours, because look at what I just did. Like, I'm a badass bitch. I'm like, let's go. And my team felt the exact same way. So that is my story.
It gives you energy to do something you thought that you couldn't do, even when you fall short. I always tell people that when they have their first insane month of enrollments, I'm like, okay, well, now you can never look me in the eyes and say you can't sign 30 customers in a week if you need to, because you just did it. Sometimes you just have to blow your own mind, because it increases your level of confidence for the next time around. So even though you didn't hit ambassador in May, you knew that your team could go from blank to blank in X amount of days. So when you woke up on the 25th of June with that good number, you already knew your team could do it, because you'd seen it happen before. So your confidence was already there. And I feel like that's such a huge part of the business, is just proving to yourself that you can do it. And like you said, so many people, if you really gave yourself an honest evaluation, you're not giving it 100%. You're not. And if you're waiting for a promotion month, for the month that you're going to hit a promotion, to give it 100%, you're never going to get to that promotion month. You have to make the decision. And sometimes the decision is months before you actually hit the promotion, which she kind of touched on. She made the decision in April. And even though she said she fell flat on her face, the reason she hit ambassador at the end of June is because she made the decision so much sooner. And on June 25th, on April 25th, she didn't throw in the towel and decide to wait till May 1st, because so many people do that, right? We look up on the 15th or the 25th and we're like, well, I'll just focus on maintaining, because promoting is too far away. And so that last week, we don't push to promote, we push to maintain. And then guess what? The next month looks exactly the same, because we do the same freaking thing over and over and over again and wonder why we're still sitting at the same rank. You just have to make the decision. And if you need to look at it 60 days or 90 days down the road, then look at it that way. Stop looking at it in 30-day increments, if you know that 30 days might not be enough for the goal that you have, or the mountain that you have. Okay, so let's just talk kind of on what was your team's focus? You knew over those months you brought in crazy amounts of volume. Were you guys doing post to post? Were you guys late night power? I know you guys late night power hour, because I always see your Instagram stories, but was there anything specific that you guys were really focused on to bring in the volume?
Yeah, definitely host to post. I'm sure you guys do partnering up host to post. A lot of us mid-month we had exhausted our friends list and people that hosted a post or whatever. And a lot of us felt very stale at the beginning of June, because we were going so hard in May. So a lot of us, and I encourage everybody to do this, mid-month or at least once a month, really go through your friends list, delete the ones that you got to delete. I don't even have to say anymore. Just, maybe old teammate, who knows? Just delete your friends list, clean it up, and it will feel so good. And then get partnering up host to post out. Do you guys do those?
Yeah, giveaway host to post,
yeah,
having them post.
My friend is giving away
$1,000
emoji, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So usually I have a glass of wine with me by now, so I'm a little out of sorts, but yeah, so just doing your partnering up host to post and completely redoing your friends list, going through your friends list and making sure you're interacting. I know Brielle, she'll just pick a random name. She'll go okay, Nicole, and she'll type in Nicole on her friends list, and then all the Nicoles will pop up, and she'll just interact with all the Nicoles for 10 minutes. So just random stuff like that, whatever you can do to switch up who is looking at your stuff or adding new people to it, I feel is a big reason why we had such a big explosion at the end of the month, because we all had a new audience.
Network.
That's we all had a new audience and network. So that helped out a ton. Also, getting a little bit creative with the upselling. Brielle, again, genius, and I can give you the verbiage for this, Alyssa, but Brielle came up with an upsell. I think it was actually based on one of your upsells, but she switched the wording and the products because pick 2 and pick 3 is like, I'm not going to go there, but it is what it is, and it's still here. So we need to kind of figure out other ways to get more BV. And so we were doing TFX plus wrap pack. So it was 79 BV, and we were bringing in TFX and wrap pack orders like crazy. So I'll send you guys that upsell for sure. And yeah, so that was great. That brought in a lot of BV. And then what else brought in a lot?
Thank goodness for TFX and carb control not being on there this time around.
This time, I know.
Helped.
Yeah, that has been awesome. Going through, I don't know, you guys, I did whatever. Like at the end of the month, I literally, this is how much I thought I really was going ambassador in May. I was FaceTiming my aunts and uncles and saying, hey, please place an order. Like I was saving them for my ambassador promotion. So even doing crazy things like that. And, now I like hindsight, you feel bad because they spent hundreds of dollars and, it wasn't for the right month, but it's fine. I know my family loves me now, so that's cool. But no, I had one more thing. Oh, branding your promotion is so important too. And we're starting to do that on our team right now. So on our team, we want 50 new rubies this month. So I'm having all the people that want to go ruby brand their promotion and figure out how many small orders they need to get to their promotion. So I made a team page post today that was like, and I'll share with you, Alyssa, if you want to throw it in your team page, because it's really awesome. Just taking the number GV that you need and dividing it by 31, and that's how many small orders you need. So getting so loud about that. And then when you have one teammate that brings in maybe like a pick 3 for 45 BV, like that's above the average small order. So you see that number continually chip away, and it's encouraging. So instead of waiting till the end of the month to do that, like we did last month, do it now. Figure out how many small orders you are away, and just get so loud about that with your teams too.
So good. I love that advice. Okay, so a couple of quick things before we jump off, because I know people always love to ask this question. When you sign new distributors, which I know you've had quite a few here this year, how are you guys launching your new distributors? Do you have like a team game plan? Do you do something one-on-one? What's your
yeah, we always are changing it because I feel like this is actually like not a strength of mine at all. But we have a Google Doc, and hang on, I haven't signed a distributor yet this month, so it's I'm a little rusty.
Well, I think you're good on a bunch of new distributors. So
yeah. So we have it's like, how the influencer application is on your drive. It's like that, and pretty much it's just a list 1 through 10 of new things that they can do and that they can work on while like you're also like just things that they can do. So one of them is just sending me their picture and saying a little bit about them so that I can announce them. The next thing would be reaching out to their friends list to host a post. I love this part the most because this is where I feel like my new distributors gain their confidence fastest. Everybody's different on this. Like I feel like some people like to message their friends and family and just ask them to purchase product. Sometimes people message their friends and family and ask them to host a post. But what I've found is that people are just nervous to reach out to their friends and family in general. So they feel more comfortable actually messaging somebody random on their friends list or doing a giveaway post on their timeline. And this way they can practice with those people before they gain the courage to reach out to the people that know, love, and trust them the most. So that's where we find the most success with launching new distributors and getting them their wins. I really think the key to getting people stuck with you is to make sure that they're getting their small wins, and having a partnering up or like a giveaway post blow up is not just a small win. It's like a medium to large size win that maybe it doesn't directly affect the dollar amount that they'll be making in that moment, like the monetary value of it, but it will increase their confidence, and that will just make them addicted to wanting more. And that's how social media works, I guess. Just get addicted to the likes and the comments. But for them, you can translate it and say, look, for every single person that's commenting on this, you get to now add them as a friend. This is another person in your audience. So that's how we launched. I mean, I guess in a nutshell, that's how I get my distributors and rolling customers fast. And then honestly, doing just getting them plugged into a power hour. I think community is so key. I will preach that till double ambassador. I really truly believe that community is so key, and a lot of people, you don't realize, but they do want that human connection too, especially after not having it for a couple months. Like, just knowing that they have somebody in their corner and helping them every step of the way. So I actually get them doing that before they even, the host to post thing, I have them do that way before they even tell their timeline or their feed that they are in business. We kind of just like dip our toes in the water, and 9 out of 10 times they grow confidence right off the bat.
I love it. I love starting with host to post because, like you said, I feel like it's a win already. Like, people are just nervous they're going to get 0. So even if it has nothing to do with the products, they get so excited by it. And once they see strangers will support them, they care less about what their friends and family think, whether they're supportive or not. Okay, so I think the last thing that I want to ask you, just for this specific group, is just that, and you kind of already touched on it, but kind of paint a picture for this group of what a promotion season should look like for them. Like, if they want to, let's just say this group is wanting to promote through the end of the summer, through the fall, what is that going to look like? What does that mean for just their time commitment and their efforts and their mindset and all of that?
Yeah, for sure. First thing, you need to find an accountability partner, you guys. You need to do that. You have to do it, and it's going to get you a little bit uncomfy. You might not, I think it's best if you don't even know the person, because then you are more likely to do a little bit more. But you have to find an accountability partner, and you just have to decide like what you want, because honestly, like I said earlier, everybody wants to go diamond. I've never met a person that, I mean, if you told me you didn't want to go diamond, then I'd call your bluff. Like, you want to go diamond, but you need to get crystal clear as to what that will do for you. Like, that's mindset. For me, I'm more goal driven. Like, if there's not progress in my life in some way, shape, or form, I feel stale, and I don't like that energy. Like, I always kind of need to have something in the works. And so if you have that kind of perspective in terms of business, you're going to look at your chart so much more excited. So taking out the chart, getting your crystal clear game plan, and then just realizing that, look, if 90 days goes by and you're in the same spot that you are right now, would you be happy? Most of you, I would hope all of you guys, including myself, would say, no, you want progress, you guys, and stop telling yourselves that you don't want progress. Like, you do want it. And so there are going to be things that you're going to have to kind of you might have to take your priority list and like kind of just like switch a few of the things around. I had to say no to a lot of things when I was going through every promotion season, but I think at the core, the reason that people don't progress is because they have like this fear that they will be stuck in the same place in 90 days. And so they paralyze themselves. So you're doing yourself a disservice, And like I said earlier, you just really need to make sure that you have that strong vision. You have that strong faith that you actually can do a lot, and that confidence that you can do a lot more than you think you can. There's somebody out there that is way busier than you, who could have way more excuses than you, but they're getting it done. So, and I always think about that. I always think about like the moms and stuff, the moms that are so successful. Like, I don't have any kids, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, well, if there's moms with 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids out there who are making more money than me, then I can do this too. So I think just getting crystal clear about and confident about where you're going and why you're going there And then just making sure you're doing your non-negotiables every single day, whatever that looks like to you. I think the earlier in the day you get them done, the more productive the rest of your day will be, the better you'll feel. And then you're going to just see results pouring in all day long while you have your other priorities going on. So I don't know. I remember when Alyssa and I connected and brainstormed last week. Oh shoot, I have another Zoom I have to get on. Well, I love you more, so it's fine. No, but I remember like we did something where we got all of our non-negotiables done before noon. And that was huge for my business, you guys. And once I made that a habit, I was like, dang, well, now I can do it. I could do my non-negotiables a second time tonight. Like, it was exciting. So I don't know, that's a lot, but that's the mindset that I stay in when I'm ready to go.
No, it was perfect. We appreciate you so much. We won't keep you any longer. I love you, friend. I miss your face. It's been way too long since I've seen you, but I cannot wait to celebrate Ambassador with you in person one day soon. All right, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. Thanks, Kimmy.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody. Go get it.